Everyone knew who the thieves were. The ones with the sniffles. And with no hands! Fucking hell.
Hi-ho, Bigglesworth.
Hello and welcome to Hi-ho Bigglesworth. My name's Timothy Babblehump and this is Beholder. So last time I discovered that in a couple of weeks I'm going to be euthanized. And I don't want that to happen. And it shouldn't be happening anyway because I'm only 65. It's only happening to people who are 85. So there's been a mistake somewhere and I don't know how to sort that. I had to connect DNA samples from everyone. And I learned that the Schimmers have a daughter who wasn't there in the main game. So something's going to happen to her. Jacob Vanishek actually has a family and he's pleasant. He's a pleasant person. So something happens to his family. The Raneks, they don't change. They're fine. And there's these two people. The woman, Jian, she is the one who asked for money from me at the end of the main game. She wanted it for some feminism thing or something. I can't remember what exactly it was for. But she asked for some money. And she is married. No, she's not married. George de la Tour, a creative individual with a big hat, an empty wallet, and a substantial supply of strong wine. They just live together. I don't know what exactly is going on with them, because they don't have the same last name. And apparently in the newspaper, there's a murderer. There's a serial killer. So I suspect it's him. Because the only camera in the apartment is here, and it's on some weird statue that he's making. I don't know what's going on with that. So the quest I need to find fireworks for Klaus Schimmer, and I need to. They're waiting for me at the euthanasia clinic. Is this the end for me, or could I find a way out and save my life? He's not gonna, because the 1st of September is when what's his face moves in, Cal. So at the end of this euthanasia thing is the time when Cal moves in. So yeah, there's no way I'm going to find a way out of it. Hello Nathan. Trade. Do you have fireworks? $900. Yeah, we'll buy that. We need to buy some cat food as well, don't we? Because my cat wants food. Every now and again the cat has an exclamation mark over its head. Where is the cat? The cat just wanders around. Everyone lets the cat into their apartment. They don't even care. They care if I go in, but not the cat. So perhaps I can send the cat in to do stuff. I don't know. So is Klaus in there? I haven't got any cameras up, and I haven't actually bought any. I was gonna, but I couldn't be bothered. Hello, Klaus. Hello. Deliver the fireworks. Here you go. Please be careful. I hope the quality is good. Unbelievable, you got them. Thank you, Hector. Yes, so I completed that quest. Everyone's happy. We're going to watch some fireworks. This is possibly the only happy moment in the game. When there's fireworks. Klaus just got run over by the bus. Go on then. Whee! Yay! 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 just fireworks. Everyone is gathered to watch the fireworks. And they're all happy. Actually, oh my god! Okay, so last time I was running around trying to get everyone out of their apartments so that I could find DNA samples. This is how you do it, isn't it? You set up a fireworks display and then you can explore the apartments while it's going on. Well, you can explore one apartment because they don't last that long. But yeah, there we go. The fireworks have gone off. What am I supposed to do now? I don't know what to do now. Let's go meet the painter guy. The guy who's making the weird statue. He's drinking. I know he drinks, yes. Well, I don't know he drinks, but I assumed he does. Fancy meeting you here. What? Hello, George. How's your job? How could you call this a job? I'm wasting my life on this drivel. Are you painting propaganda again? Yes, it's not exactly what I dreamed I'd be doing as I studied the works of the great artists, and as I developed and nurtured my gift. I'm beginning to doubt I even have a gift. I used to be sure I could create something brilliant. And now, do I still have it in me? Only Melpomene. Melpomene? Who the fuck is Melpomene? Melpomene knows. I'm sure this job is temporary. You'll have a chance to show the world your talent someday, George. No, he won't. He wasn't in the apartment in the main game, so he's going to get arrested or murdered or something. While I, George de la Tour, agonise in anticipation of that favourable time, any narrow-minded gendarme can drag me through the mud with a kick of a jackboot. The chastity of the ardent soul is at risk of dying on the vine of unscrupulous obscenity. I'm afraid I no longer understand what we're talking about. Like the fates weave the web of human history, two people weave the thread of their conversation, not knowing where it will go. Okay. Talk about a woman's statue. Talk about the mistress. Fucking hell. Okay, talk about creativity. How's your creative process coming along? I'm a freelance artist. My Tiffany-like nature is locked in a cage of primitive desires. To be able to create something, I need to eat. But to eat, I need money. My art, my legacy, my very existence hangs on the threads of these primordial needs. What is a man when his only concern is eating and sleeping? An animal and nothing more. You're a starving artist. That's wonderful. What do you know about these things, Hector? If only I could paint on an empty stomach. Some artists become quite famous after they die, but I don't think your time is up, George. Hector, if I don't comply with the government's orders, I will either starve to death or be imprisoned for having dissenting views. The boat of creativity has crashed against the shores of the daily grind, and my growling stomach mutes my thoughts about celestial matters. How trivial! How incredibly sad. Please forgive my lofty speech, my friend. I did not want to upset you. Perhaps I should go back to spoiling this paper with vulgar slogans. What? Okay. Talk about the statue. I saw a statue in your apartment. Congratulate me, Hector. I have received an order to make a statue of our wise leader. This is a big deal. If I deliver it on time, I'll be sitting pretty for a while. I won't have to worry about money, food, nothing. I'll finally be able to devote myself to my art, to creating graceful, delicate shapes and marble curves. Isn't marble given out only by order of the ministry for creating busts and statues of our wise leader? Damn, I forgot about that. There are so many busts of the leader out there. They all look alike too, like carbon copies of each other. My freedom is a shadow, and I've long been a dumb vassal of his arrogant will. I hate this guy. Can't he just talk like a normal person? I haven't heard about any quotas on alabaster. Alabaster, Hector, you're a genius. Not as much of a genius as me, but still, that's a delightful idea. I'll use alabaster. The plebs will finally understand what true art is. Talk about a woman's statue. George, what are you making? I already told you, Hector. I received an order to make a statue of our wise leader. The ministry is going to pay me enough to live carefree for a few years. George, are you saying our wise leader is a woman? So, you know everything. Oh my god. Please, Hector, help me. I'm dying of my love for the unforgettable Gian... I don't know how to pronounce that fucking name. If I don't die, then I'll be executed by a firing squad. Darts of love are less painful than cold. Lead bullets, you know. What do you want from me? I fell head over heels for passion. Blindly and mindlessly, love rushes, not knowing where it's heading. I'm just a man with a warm heart and an open soul, which everyone is willing to trample with his muddy boots. George, I understand what you're saying, but please, stay on point. For me, every moment of life counts. This is not a figure of speech, but my horrible reality. I had nearly finished the statue of our leader when I was overcome with temptation, and I sculpted the face of my muse, my beautiful Gian, on the back of it. The stronger the passion, the sadder its end. If the selection committee finds it, they'll shoot me. The paper that proves conformity to state standards is more important to these monsters than human life. Even statues are made according to state standards. Hector, talk about taking a dagger to the heart of creativity. Okay, so his statue has a woman on the back of it. Okay, fine. Fancy meeting you here. Shut up. Talk about the mistress. Talk about the state standards for the statue. Do you have to follow state standards while making the statue? Yes, I have to fill in a state standards form detailing my plans for the piece, and then show it to the hollow-hearted selection committee. Anything printed on paper and bearing a stamp is truth to them. Even if I write that the leader should have a pinecone nose and woodpecker hands, they'll accept it. Where can I find this form? I'm not a magician. I can't pull a rabbit out of a hat. Ask the neighbours. Call the authorities. Do whatever you can. I beg you. Please help me. I can't promise anything, but I'll try. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so if I can get papers, I can forge them so that he's supposed to have that woman's face on his back. What? Okay, if I talk to Mark, because he works in the archives. Is he home? Rosa's home, but I don't want to talk to her. She's a stupid bitch. Well, she's not a stupid bitch. She's a nice, kindly old woman, but still stupid bitch. Hello, cat. Provide the canned goods. Are you hungry, fuzzball? Here's your food. Meow. Yeah, so where does the cat go? Where do the children go? Where do all these people go? I would like to know. I'm going to repair apartment 5 and 6. See if anyone wants to move in. Repair them too. And, oh, there are people. Khan van Mergeren. Looking for an apartment to rent, a curse to unravel, and a chronic illness to cure. What? Murray Gibbs, a war veteran looking for short-term lodging. Looking for a clean apartment in a good neighbourhood, Lionel Kramer. Johann Bessler, looking for an apartment and 3 rolls of copper wire. What? Let's move in this guy. Yeah, well, any one of these could be that serial killer. Because I just know. Go away. No, don't you fucking dare. Do not fucking dare do the fucking propaganda thing. What the fuck? Oh, whose child was that? Whose child just got run over by that thing? Oh shit, it was the Schimmers child. Fuck. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Oh god. Okay. Was that my fault for moving that guy in? Klaus has just gone to play the piano now. Yeah, he doesn't care. His daughter's just died, and he's just gone to play the piano. Fine. Annual Medical Academic Conference announced. The best of the best will gather in Helmer this month to discuss pressing medical issues. Reports that will be presented include dealing with complaints in an error-free profession, taking the life of a patient for the sake of science, and organ transplants without the consent of the donor. Round-table discussions will also be held on the following topics: health and nutrition, developing a food plan in times of war, the impact of loud sounds on the human body and mind, and anesthesia, a necessity or a lack of willpower. The findings will be published in the Medical News Journal's annual report. Okay. Do we need to say anything more about the state of healthcare in our country? As evidenced by doctors discussing this necessity of anesthesia during surgery, there's a clear lack of concern for patients. Deprived of their rights and voices, they go from being full-fledged citizens to test subjects at the whim of the ministry. And these people pay taxes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Maria. I am sorry. Hello. Talk about the infertility paper? What the fuck? Okay, ask about her family. Tell me about your family. Klaus and I met at a charity reception hosted by the Ministry of Finance to support our soldiers. I brought the best students from our school to recite patriotic poems. Klaus helped me arrange everything. After that, we spent the whole night talking about literature. It was like in the movies, sparks were flying. Ours was lightning, actually. That sounds romantic. It was beautiful. I knew he'd make me happy. He's such a sensitive person. Only my daughter's birth was as important to me as meeting Klaus. We tried for years to have a baby, but couldn't. We were desperate and clung to our last hope, treatment in Valverde. Back then, we could still leave the country legally. Klaus obtained permission through his connections to the ministry. I'm glad it worked out. A child can brighten a colourless home. She's just been run over. I felt that way when my son was born. Do you ever talk to him? He lives too far away. The letters I send him get lost on the way. What a shame. Okay, talk about the infertility paper. Maria, this is none of my business, but I found out you're infertile. Where do I find this stuff? I haven't found this stuff out. Oh, wait. When I was exploring the apartment, I just went through everything. So, yeah, I guess I found that out. But I was doing it fast. I had to do it fast because I didn't have much time. That's true. After Zlata, I haven't been able to... No, I mean genetically. You have never been able to bear a child. So where did Zlata come from? Hector, I have no idea how you found out, but you must keep that to yourself. We paid a dear price for Zlata. She's our daughter, even if she's not our blood. I'll do anything for her. Anything, do you hear me? I hear you, Maria. I beg you, Hector, please don't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone. No, she's dead, anyway. Talk about the accident. Maria, I heard your daughter was run over. That's terrible. How is she? Not well, but I'm positive Klaus will find the money we need to pay for her surgery. I don't even want to think about him failing. Oh, so that's why they had no money. They have no money because they've got to pay for surgery for their daughter. Fucking hell. And then I took it all by blackmail, and I'm an evil person. Evil! I'm such a bastard. Fucking hell. Right, who's got this quest for me? Well, it's Klaus, but Maria's answering the door. Maria, piss off. Okay, let's have a look. So there's the woman. That looks nothing like her. You can't see her, but that looks nothing remotely like her. Okay, can I speak to Klaus, please? Where's Klaus? Oh, there's Mark. I need to talk to Mark. So if I go up here, I can catch him before he goes in. Mark. Say hello. Good afternoon, Mark. What's good about it? It could be better. My rheumatism has flared up. That's because you live in the basement. Dampness and cold are a curse at your age. My age? I'm younger than you. Really? According to my documents, I'm 20 years younger than you. But how is that possible? You look much older. Is that what you want to say? As an honorary archives worker, I can say it doesn't matter how young or old a person looks. So Mark is evil. He's switched the dates on their fucking thing. Bastard. What matters is what's written on the documents, and I do know how to work them. Fucking bastard. Fucking bastard. Okay, ask about the state standard form. Can I ask you about one thing, Mark? Can you bring me a state standard form? I need one for a good deed. What kind of good deed? People don't ask for that form without a good reason. I bet someone is in a mess and wants to get off the hook. Is it that so-called artist from the neighbouring apartment? Mark, I really need your help. That person will be executed for wasting the government's money. Ha! I was right. He shouldn't have wasted money then. He's responsible for his own actions. In the old days, people cut the hands off the thieves and then kicked the bastards out in the freezing cold. Why were they so cruel? So the thief would get a cold and be unable to blow his nose. How could he without his hands? It was torture. A thief would have the sniffles all the time. Fucking hell. Everyone knew who the thieves were. The ones with the sniffles. And with no hands? Fucking hell. That's silly. Wouldn't having no hands get the message across? You're boring, Hector. I can't even enjoy telling a tall tale. Okay, I've saw an old state standard form in the archive. Nobody will miss it. Bring me a bottle of whiskey and it's yours. Fucking hell. I hate Mark. I hate him. He's going to get ultimate blackmail when I go back into the normal game. Yes, he is. I'm going to blackmail him so much he won't know what hit him. Well, a bunch of blackmailers, that's what hit him. But he won't even know it because where's he going now? I hope he gets run over. Die, Mark. Die, you bastard. So Mark, fucking, ooh, such a fucking bastard. I would like to kill Mark now. Okay. Can I get the quest off Klaus now? Well, I don't need to do anything. I'll wait for him to come out the door. Hi, Klaus. Hello. Ask what he wants. Did you know our daughter was hit by a car? I'm sorry for yelling at you. I need your help. She's our beloved child. If you could use your connections to find her real parents, then she might live. Your boss, Bruno Hempf, helped with the adoption, but now we can't get an appointment with him. I can't promise anything, Klaus, but I'll try. Okay, now there's a newspaper. Aloysius Spack. Ah, Aloysius. The famous heart surgeon has performed a medical miracle. The talented doctor saved the life of the elderly Minister of Culture and Useful Leisure, Edmund Link, who needed complex heart surgery. Spack has been transferred to the main scientific division and will soon arrive in the city of Helmer. We also want to inform you that the leader of the clandestine organisation responsible for printing anti-government leaflets has been terminated. Okay. Our comrade has died, but his work lives on. We will continue to be the voice of truth in a nation built on lies. The surgical skills of Dr. Aloysius Spack delight us to no end. At the same time, our hearts are pierced with grief because of the thousands of ordinary people who will die without having received an allocation for surgery. Ministers should have undergone the blissful sleep procedure instead. Okay. Right, so I need to look for parents. How am I supposed to do that? I need to phone Bruno Hemp, don't I? Let's do that. Let's phone Bruno Hemp and say, "Oi, where's the parents? Dial the number. Request for Zlata Schimmers. Call Bruno Health. Fucking hell. Call Bruno Hemp. Discuss Zlata's real parentage. Yeah. Comrade Hemp, I have a personal request. Hector, you do realize making personal requests to a state official is considered an abuse of authority. There's no room for anything personal in our great state. Everything is for the communal good. I'm sorry, I won't trouble you again. You give up too easily, Medina. The communal good consists of the happiness of every citizen. And I can tell you're not after personal gain. What is it? I need to know who Zlata Schimmer's real parents are. You see, she was adopted. Zlata was hit by a car recently and needs a bone marrow donor. She was adopted? Oh yes, I remember that very clearly. Ha ha ha. So, information is expensive, Hector. I'll give you what you're seeking in exchange for something else. What do you want me to do? Not you, Maria Schimmer. I'd like her to do me a, personal favour. Fucking hell. Arrange a rendezvous and I'll bring you the information. What? I don't understand. Of course you do, Medina. You're a grown man. Tell Maria I'll be waiting for her in my apartment. If it makes her feel better, tell her I have champagne and fruit. But Comrade Hempf, that's an egregious abuse of authority. Doesn't that go against the best interest of our citizens and state? Oh, Hector, I do not separate myself from our great state. What's good for me is good for the people and vice versa. So enough chit-chat, get back to work. But she's married, how could I even bring that up? With your mouth, Hector. That's what people normally use to communicate. Her child's life is at stake. She'll do anything. And if she becomes stubborn, remind her that she got through it. She got through it the last time when she was adopting the girl. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Remind Maria that I was the one who helped them get that child. To satisfy their selfish desire to propagate, I had to deprive another family of its happiness. My heart still bleeds when I think about that. Goodness, you gave them someone else's child to satisfy your lust? I don't like your tone, Medina, or the way you're twisting the facts. I helped a childless couple have a kid, thereby creating a functional social unit. That's a fact. Is there any other way? Why am I wasting my time on you, Medina? Don't answer that question, it's rhetorical. There's another way. My nephew graduated from Cattle Breeding Institute recently. He needs a good job. Klaus works at the Ministry of Finance, but they're not hiring. So encourage him to create a vacancy. How could he do that? What happened to your imagination, Hector? He could give up his job so my nephew could have it. So Klaus quits and passes the torch to the younger generation. Then perhaps I could help him out. Is that all you can offer to the Schimmers? Well, they could give me money. We're always short on liquid funds at the ministry. I'd need $150,000. Now stop getting on my nerves. I gave you 3 options. Oh my god, how am I supposed to choose that? Shouldn't the Schimmers get to decide between them 3? If I choose the money option, I'm going to have to provide the money, aren't I? Oh my god, Klaus loses his job. I'll tell Klaus he needs to quit his job. I don't know how they'll survive without his paycheck, but I suppose they have greater concerns. He'll easily find another job. I'll see to it, don't worry. Okay, that is which is hidden will be revealed? What? Bruno Hanf can tell me who's Zlata Schimmer's... yeah. Okay, fucking hell. So... everyone's different now. I'm seeing people differently thanks to this fucking DLC fucking bastard. Fucking... Maria, how could you? Maria! Oh, you're not even talking to me anymore. Come here, Maria. What's going on? Down. Maria, how could you? Hello. Tell about Bruno Hemp's proposal. I have something to tell you, Maria, but I don't know how. Did you find Zlata's parents? No, but I'm getting close. There's a problem, though. Bruno Hemp has the information we need, but he wants you to pay for it. How much does he want? He wants his nephew to replace your husband at the ministry. He wants Klaus to quit. I'm sure Klaus can find similar work. Did you talk with him already? If not, please do. Tell him everything. My husband knows what to do. Yeah, okay. Was their daughter in hospital in the main thing? But then they leave the country, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out next time. Fucking hell, I don't even know what's going on. I still haven't even met the new person. I'm scared to move in another person because last time it got the child run over. Well, no, the propaganda thing ran her over, but it was the second I tried to move him in, so I don't know what to do. I'm scared of doing anything. And I'm going to be euthanized. Ah! So I've been Timothy Babblehump. This has been Beholder. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Fucking hell.